welcome to another insightful episode of the Millennial Talk Show, where we talk about issues that affect millennials and how to deal with them. Well, this is another exciting week as we will be having a different conversation and we'll be looking somehow into the creative industry. Well, Nigeria's creative industry, which consists of film, music, comedy, performing arts, writing, and so on, is ranked among the fastest growing in the world. Now, according to the United Nations Education and Scientific Cultural Organization, UNESCO, it is a big driver of the Nigerian economy, supporting economic growth through job creation and skill development. Now, in the past few years, it has faced its own fair share of challenges, from piracy to financing, but it continues to put Nigeria on the global pedestal, which is remarkable and remains a big employer of millennials, creating a platform for them to unleash their full potentials. Well, today on the show, we would be discussing positioning Nigeria's creative industry for global competitiveness. And with me, I have creative industry expert Obi Asika. And of course, this is not the first time he's coming on our show, so I'm super excited for another conversation with him. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Always good to be here.
Well, I'm not going to ask you to give an introduction because we know you already. So we'll just go straight to the first question. Well, one of the impediments to the growth of the Nigerian creative industry is piracy, for which you have been a strong advocate for. Now, what is your assessment of the Nigerian copyright bill sent by the executive legislature for passage? Is this the game changer for the creative industry?
First of all, we're very happy that the bill is actually moving. The bill is something that we have been advocating and pressuring for. Yeah. The industry has been pressuring for a long time, especially the music industry, because the bill perhaps affects the music industry more than most. The bill is an important step in the right direction. And it's an important step, first of all, in understanding the power of IP. And what I would love to have seen is a national IP bill, maybe not just a copyright bill. But, you can't have everything. You have to go in steps. So the thing we wait for now is for speedy approval in the National Assembly and the president's signature, because these are the steps that will enable us to begin to monetize our IP, our stories, and our creativity, which is the next phase of having the raw talents and material that we know we have.
Yeah. So let's look at the National Art Theatre now, which is undergoing massive renovation worth over 20 billion naira and has been renamed the Lagos Creative and Entertainment Center. Now, how will this provide the enabler for the growth of the creative industry, unlocking more opportunities for millennials?
The National Theatre is the terminus for the Lagos Blue Line, and is expected to see traffic of 2 million people a day. Wow. Which means it's going to be a key, it's going to be a key traffic convergence place. So if you project forward, what we should be seeing in the National Theatre is mixed developments, retail malls, hotels, and all of them built around the National Theatre as extension developments coming from that hub. So yes, it should have a multiplier effect on the Lagos economy. It should create another world-class venue in Lagos for live events, and hopefully be useful and helpful for practitioners in the industry to be able to actually access it and use it. Yeah.
I think it will be a great addition to the creative industry. Hopefully that project is finished on time and we can start using the place. Now, as a part of efforts to support the growth of the industry, the Central Bank of Nigeria has set up the Creative Industry Financing Initiative. Now, will you say that it has been accessible to practitioners in your industry?
You have to, first of all, at least give credit to the government and the financial institutions for creating the fund in the first place. Yeah. And, that's the Central Bank Fund. The Bank of Industry has also been very supportive of creative industries, Nexim as well. But what the central bank did was enable the creative industries to come into retail banking and beyond, and able to get access to funding at a good rate. There are still issues, I'm sure, for small operators, for SMEs, in actually accessing these funds. Right. But certainly there's a lot of players in the industry that have been able to access funds, and there's a lot of people who are participating within the process. So I think these things are steps, right? We're not there yet. It's not Valhalla. Today's not Christmas.
Of course.
But everything that happens can be something that actually, creates and enables a bigger opportunity for everybody.
Well, hopefully they make it much more accessible in the future, even for smaller scale businesses. Well, would you have like any other input on this discussion so far? Like, I know that there's been a lot happening, but we just like put a little of what we know is kind of trending in the creative industry right now. But like, what are the other developments you're looking forward to? Like, things that have not been done. We've so far talked about things that are, in place, but like, what are the other things you think that can be in place that could, impact the lives of millennials and also drastically make impact in the creative industry?
I think what it is, we need more platforms for local discovery of talent, more e-commerce platforms for sale. We need more products and commodities developed from the soft power we've already created. So what I mean by that is we need to see more Don Jazzy hoodies and t-shirts made in Aba that are available for young Nigerians. Right. Because the bottom line is we need to productivize our soft power. So we need to see products and commodities being made from our brands that we've created. This also means that our markets have to work with us and not pirate the product, which is speaking to what you were talking about earlier. So the key thing about piracy is to understand value, right? So I think the key to piracy in Nigeria is to convert the piracy to distribution. So if the pirates become our distributors, then all of us win together. And I think we have brands that are big enough to feed our not just Nigeria, feed the continent.
The world. Right? All right. Thank you very much for that.
The other thing I would say to really watch out for is I think Nigeria is already one of the biggest NFT places in the world.
Oh yes,
I think NFTs and Nigerian entertainment are going to have some very interesting opportunities going forward.
Yes, I believe so. I believe so because I've been seeing a lot about NFTs on the internet and everybody's definitely talking about it. I believe that that's like going to be like the future way of, placing things online. And I see people buying very funny things. So I can imagine that the impact that is going to have in music as well. Well, thank you very much for having this conversation with me and thank you for all your inputs. Every time I have a conversation with you, I always learn something new. Thanks a lot and thank you for your time as well. Well, have a good day, sir.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, guys, we have come to the end of today's episode of the Millennial Talk Show. I do hope that you've taken a thing or two from today's conversation. And if you'd like to find out more from the financial market and personal finance, please don't forget to visit our website, www.proshare.co. Keep watching.